Missouri. I'm broadcasting live from North Coast Redwoods District, Prairie Creek State Park. I'm going to give everybody a moment to join. Thank you guys, whoever's coming to join the conversation and to share this beautiful park with us here. I'm going to go ahead and pan up and let's see the redwood trees we got behind us here. Give you a couple minutes to log on. Tell me if you can hear, if it's okay. Ooh, those trees are so tall. We live in the land of the tallest trees in the world. Pretty amazing place. Very excited to be a part of the state park team. The redwoods have been here since time began. And today's conversation, we're going to start creating the relationship to have a healthy dialogue regarding indigenous cultures and interpreting indigenous cultures in a respectful and appropriate way. So hello, I see Bud from Texas and Darlene. Hello. Sounds good from Ann. Thank you very much, Ann, because I can't hear myself and how I'm coming across. I'm really new to technology, so I appreciate you guys coming back. If you were here last week, I had a technology malfunction, and this week it looks like everything's going to go great. So I'm going to just get started by introducing myself in my own native language. So Ayukui Nek Now Skip Lowry. Pequan Essie Watek Mate Wume Chalk. Susanville Keach or Susanville Essie Greenville Mate Wume Chalk Kem. McKinleyville Keechok Waitka Numi Tewometh Newacha. My name is Skip. I am a Yurok descendant from the villages of Pequan and Watek on the Klamath River in Northern California. I'm also born and raised in Susanville, so Mountain Maidu territory. My dad's side of the family is indigenous from Northern California there. I live right now in McKinleyville, and I'm really happy to be here live with you guys today. So it's exciting times in the parks right now because for the first time since Patrick's Point, where I work as an interpretive maintenance specialist, Yurok descendants have been hired to interpret our own culture. So there's primary sources now at the village, at the park, and coming hopefully to you guys wherever you're at. And that's making history. So right now, I want to say you guys are included in making history because for the first time, this dialogue is going to kick off. We are going to talk about a lot of awesome cultural, beautiful cultural philosophies and worldviews. And we're also going to challenge ourselves to grow because there is a story that has been told that is mainstream, and there's a story that's been oppressed that hasn't been told and needs to become more involved with the mainstream understanding, and that's the indigenous perspective of California history and what it means to be in a special place like the Redwood Forest we have here. So there's a couple things that if you have any questions about future posts I'm going to be doing, or please ask questions, because a lot of times again, technology is not my forte. I'm an in live person interpreter. I love engaging people and getting questions asked to me. I don't script my dialogue. I like to engage and give people what they're looking for when they come to the parks, and also a little bit of what maybe they don't even know they're missing out on. There's a lot of beauty in the Yurok culture, and our people have been here since time immemorial, we say. The village at Sumeg and Patrick's Point State Park is a place that always has been, always will be, and always is. And there's a lot of things we're going to share, songs, stories. I'll bring some regalia items. But in order to make it to that beautiful place where we can share our sacred items and our what's really cherished to us, we have to confront the atrocities and the hard things to talk about that happened not that long ago to Native American people in California. There is no such thing as wilderness in California. So everywhere you go had a name, an indigenous name. So that's something that we're going to talk about in the future, how there's no such thing as wilderness, and how the Yurok culture understands, has a perspective and a worldview of belonging to a place and not a place belonging to us. And so again, I'm encouraging any kind of questions or comments. There's a couple words that I'll be challenging in now and in the future to create this, to grow. Now, all growth comes with tension. So if you can imagine when you were little and you're growing up, and if you can remember going through growth spurts and you're like, oh, my leg hurts or my elbow, you can feel those, you can feel yourself growing. All growth involves tension, and tension can be uncomfortable and challenging. But we as humans, we have the capability to grow. We do. And that's the only constant is change. And so there's always going to be tension. And in my job as an interpreter, I'm here for you guys. I'm trying to come into your guys' world and bring you the opportunity to engage in a dialogue that is rare and hard to have, but we'll create a better world for all of us from the dialogue, from the conversation, from the relationships that we're trying to build as humanity. So anything else going on? I see. Hello, Michelle. I'm glad you're here. And Gabriel. So I'm gonna just pan one more time up and show anybody that showed up late. We're here in the Redwoods. The Redwoods are considered the heart of the Yurok people. And I'll tell you guys a story about why in the future. It's kind of a long story. Actually, it can take a couple hours to tell if you go through all the details. But I will share a quick version of it at a future time. Here's where we're at Prairie Creek. Okay. So for my first live post, I want to thank everybody who's joined. I encourage you guys to share and get as many people included in this conversation as we can. I have a good question here. It says, what conversations can we look forward to? The Indigenous histories. Those are the conversations I want to have. How do we foster the relationship with a people who have so much to offer, who have been oppressed and have been targeted for elimination? So we're going to talk about resistance. We're going to talk about survivance. We're going to talk about world renewal. We're going to talk about community. We're going to focus on relationships, and we're going to push against the terminal narrative that says Native people are gone and that it can't go back to the way it was, because we have always existed, we survived, and we exist now, and we really believe that what our culture has to offer hasn't been appreciated or listened to and incorporated into healthy communities of the new California, the state of California, which is really new when you think about time and humanity and what's been here for so long before California. So those are the conversations we're going to have. I have to let you guys off the hook here now. I appreciate it and look forward to everybody in the future. Come with questions if you are going to show up next Sunday, because again, I really like questions. I don't know what people want to hear. I know what I want to say, but obviously, I need to service you guys, the people in the world. That's what I'm here to do. It's my pleasure. And I think I have a question here. It says, do you have a regular schedule for this topic, certain days and times? Thank you. Great question. Yes. From now on, every Sunday at 3 o'clock, I'll be doing a Facebook Live. If I have more questions and engagement, I'll go 15 minutes. That's my schedule that I'm working with here. So every Sunday, 3 o'clock here on Facebook Live, I will be continuing this conversation and hoping and encouraging and hopefully inspiring you guys to engage in this healing process that we're in, growing through pains. There's wounds that happened, and a healing process is what this dialogue is. My mission is to as a Yurok cultural person, is to create a healthy world, try to build relationships in a healthy way so that everybody in this place can enjoy this place and be a part of it. We all belong together. We all belong in this place. I have another question from Mark. How do Yurok view the grizzly bear? Very, very admired. So pre-contact, they said you couldn't go 1,500 yards in the forest without seeing a grizzly bear. So in any direction in California, they are unfortunately extinct due to the severance of relationship with place, mass exploitation of the animals themselves, harvested, over-harvesting, lack of respect for their way of life. So grizzly bears were revered in Yurok culture. I kind of consider them the policemen of the land. We didn't have to have policing us, because if we were misbehaving, there was bears that would take care of us. If you had to go into their world and follow their rules and respect them, otherwise you could end up on and getting really hurt. So there's lots of stories about the grizzly bear and his strength, and there's a lot of stories about how sometimes strength is not what it takes, and he teaches lessons. All animals are begging to listen, for us humans to listen to the stories and the knowledge that they have to offer. And yes, the grizzly bear has a lot of them. I have another question. It says, can you teach us some native words? So yes, I'll teach you. I will kind of go into Yurok language in future ones. I can go way into it, but right now what I started with is I say ayakui, and you can use that kind of like aloha, like it's a goodbye. I'm not going to see you for a while. And you can also say it when someone showed back up, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. So it's kind of both a greeting and a farewell that's used. So commonly right now, because our language was targeted for elimination, there was actual laws saying don't speak Indian or we're going to hurt you bad. We are revitalizing it. And so that's one of, right now, generally speaking, that's our hello. So you say ayakui. Can you say ayakui? Ayakui. And you say it from your heart. You're not going to see someone for a long time. Ayakui. And we never said bye. We'd say, like, not going to see you for a while, but we're going to see you again. We only say bye when it's the last time you're going to see someone off. So that's a little heavier topic. But I said neck now, my name, neck now skip. Cusco, what's your name? So I am so happy to hear people are interested in learning about the Yurok language and our views on the grizzly, and any other questions that come with this unique experience to build a better community and place for everyone to belong. So I really hope everyone had a good time today. I want to give a shout out to my other interpreters. I'm a part of a great team. We're working hard. California State Parks to, in this difficult time, stressful, I mean, changing times, right? Talk about change comes with tension. I want to give a shout out and say I'm really proud of our team, that we're trying our best to bring a little bit of the part to you guys, and try and just shed some happiness. And you know, it might be difficult to go into some conversations, but it'll be a good thing will come of it. That's my wish. So check in next Sunday, 3 o'clock right here. And if you get a chance to come to Northern California, be sure to come visit me at the Sumac Village, and I'll give you guys a live tour. Okay guys, see you next time.